Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of Stranger Things, episode 7, The Massacre at Hawkins Lab. That's a lot to say, but welcome back. Let's get back into it. Enjoy that end commentary.
Nailed a bunch of that crap. Stuck in my throat.
No, I'm worried about Steve. I'm worried about his injuries.
God damn.
This is where Chrissy died. Like, right where she died.
What the hell is that?
Did Dustin and them get there this time? Is it a crowbar? It's our kids.
No way.
I love it.
Hi there.
Remember, you can't hurt me more than they already have.
I feel like this was part of his plan. Ugh.
You knew something so small could cause so much trouble.
Where do you think you're going?
I think she remembers that tunnel for later, though. That's how she gets out of the lab. But I think that was all a ploy just to get that thing out of his neck.
You don't have to be afraid of them, 11. Not anymore.
Number one.
How did you know? Like I said, we're alike. You and I.
Not a big surprise, but...
Those stains are, I don't know what those stains are.
Here goes nothing.
Well, they poked a hole and it went through. Obviously that was gonna work.
This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some crazy shit.
So have they.
Alright, let's clear the landing pad.
Robin can't run, but she can climb a sheet rope. She's just showing all of her athletics this episode.
Oh my god!
That was really cool.
Alright, I guess I'll go. That was fun.
See you on the other side. Nice.
Wait, what? Tool?
Nancy.
Hey! 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 Nancy, wake
Oh
up!
god.
Wake up, Nancy!
Vecna.
Is it over Barb? Oh god.
Do you remember what you did, Nancy? I never forget.
See, I knew it wasn't her. I knew it wasn't her. I knew it was one. So my thing is like, is she gonna like now fight him and open the gate that way? God. I can barely sit in my chair. No.
Why do you cry for them, 11? After everything they did to you. You think you need them, but you don't. You don't.
Shit.
I see you've been looking for me, Nancy. How was old, blind, dumb Victor?
It looks like a fairy tale. A dream.
Like you, I didn't fit in with the other children. Something was wrong.
How did I not put that together?
I could not close off my mind and join in the madness. I could not pretend I didn't have to. I could restore balance to a broken world, a predator. But for good, I could reach into others, into their minds, their memories. But my mother somehow knew it was I who was holding up that mirror.
I haven't said anything for such a long time. This is so captivating.
And so she left me with no choice. No choice but to act. With each life I took, I grew stronger, more powerful, and it nearly killed me.
That explains how I got into Hawkins.
I woke up from my coma only to find myself placed in the care of a doctor. Dr. Martin Brenner. Papa. When Papa finally realized he could not control me, he tried to recreate me. You were born, and I am so glad you were 11.
You tricked me.
Tricked you? No, I saved you. If you come with me for the first time in your life, you will be free. Join me.
No.
That's my girl. I just want to say he is perfectly cast in this role. Perfectly cast. Come on, he told you what to do.
He had found his strength in a memory from his past. Something that made him sad, also angry. Do you maybe have a memory like that?
Oh, my girl. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God.
I love you.
She remembers being born?
It's happening.
Oh, had a girl. Oh, wow. And then he became somebody else. Yep. Oh, I like how they switched it from friendly orderly to Vecna. That wasn't much of a surprise as it was unfolding, but A plus writing. A plus writing. Yep. So, number one. Yep. I didn't expect that to be Victor Krill's son. That didn't. I knew that they had pointed out that the son was weird, and it was completely lost on me. I'd never thought of it again. I always thought it was weird that the spiders were in the vent. That was kind of odd. And I didn't know how they were going to really tie that in, and actually it makes complete sense. Complete sense. Wow. Victor Krill's son is Vecna. Yep. I didn't actually expect, of all the people to kind of commune with Vecna, I did not expect it to be Nancy. I thought maybe it'd be Max again, and then of course, like with Steve, with like his bites, I thought that that was going to be very significant, and that was going to kind of be like kind of Steve's undoing. But Nancy, it totally makes sense of the grief that she still feels over Barb. You know, just because eventually Hawkins' lab took responsibility for it, that does not make it okay because she still feels the guilt from that. I think that it's he also got the person that was the hottest on his tail to tell the story to. Um, and I liked how they went in between telling Nancy and re-showing things and telling Elle and the back and forth between that. That was fantastic acting by Jamie Campbell Bower. Not only was he phenomenal at being creepy, because that's definitely what he was supposed to do in that role, but when he's delivering lines, like, you know, you can see that there's a sinisterness to him, but there's also like he's emotional. I felt like it was a trick too. As soon as he showed her the little thing on his neck, I was like, it's a trick. But because I know that she doesn't escape through the tunnel at that point, because we see her having the memory of the children during the massacre. So like I knew they weren't going to get away, but I knew that it was going to free him. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yup, he's number one. Yup, killing spree. Fantastic casting. I also really loved what they did with the difference between the regular world and the upside down, the playing with the light and kind of like the little atmospheric sparkles, gateway, rifts, whatever we want to call those. I really like that, and using the night light, the light bright. I had one. I love that thing. Except you'd run out of the black paper, and then you'd have to go buy more black paper. It was really irritating. And my parents were like, oh, we bought you a new pack of paper. And it was gone within a day or two. And they're like, oh, guess you don't have any more. That sucks. But definitely when they're in Eddie's trailer and there's like the difference between the two worlds, like visually knocked it out of the park. It was really cool. A lot of, you could tell that they spent a lot of money on this episode in particular, not only just with a lot of the stuff in the upside down, but like with the rips and the gates, and of course with the transformation of Vecna. Not super solid. 98% of the way there. It was a little dicey at the very beginning of that transformation, and I feel really bad that I was doubting this Russia storyline, and I know it was going to have relevance, obviously, because it's to free Hop. It's to get back to Hop. It just seemed to take a long time to get there. I don't want to say that they could have done that all in one episode, but it kind of feels like they could have just had a break from everything else and did that episode. But I get that they need to like space it out in between everything just to keep in touch with everyone. We didn't get anything with Mike and Will and Susie and Jonathan and Argyle in this episode. So, I mean, maybe they could have done that. I don't know. But it was really cool to see Murray doing his thing, pretending to be Yuri. I'll tell you, Brett Gelman, like, he steals every scene he's in. Him playing Yuri, but also, you know, in the last episode, threatening Yuri, and then the karate, like, stuff in the plane, and then the karate stuff here with the guards. Like, he's just so good. And not only is he comic relief, but he's good at delivering a performance, period. And I was happy to see the Demogorgon finally getting taken care of. Obviously, it's not dead. There is very still much a spear sticking down its throat. That does not equal death. Unless you see a dead body that is not breathing, it is not dead. The reunion that we get with Hop and Joyce, oh, that brought tears to my eyes. That brought tears to my eyes. Because for once, I think he gets saved. And he gets to see Joyce, and she didn't give up on him, and she was trying to get to him, and she did it. Do I think it's plausible? No. None of that would have happened at all. But I will suspend belief so I can enjoy it. I do really like that dynamic between Hop and Antonov. I think that, like, you know, they're a good pair. The fact that they had to talk about their children. When Hopper realizes that he's not a curse, but he's here to help Elle. Now, that to me is a really long goodbye, personally. I think he would sacrifice himself to save her, just as he sacrificed himself last season. So while that kind of makes me a little sick to my stomach, I also understand the importance of maybe sacrificing Hop, even though I don't want to. But the fact that they did that old switcheroo last season, I don't think it will have the shock impact, but it will definitely have an emotional impact. And that's if it happens. I'm going to have to assume that it does. Now, like I said, I'm worried about Steve with his injuries because I know Robin made the joke about rabies, but I don't know if there's upside down rabies. I don't know if he's infected and he's going to become a Demogorgon. I don't know if that's how that happens. I would be devastated if that is the case. But I feel like Steve's also the guy that would sacrifice himself. He's always the first person to look under things or look up things or go into dark hallways. Like that's Steve. He jumps into the water first. That's Steve. Why am I already mourning the death of somebody that's not dead? I don't know. Eddie's back in the real world, and I don't really know what that means for the future of his character. You know, if he's gonna end up facing Jason when this starts up again. I think I have like just under 2 weeks before the last 2 episodes air. I think the last one's like 2.5 hours. So that might be a 2-3-parter. Who knows? I mean, we still have to see the town folks storming around trying to find Eddie. So, they want their pound of flesh. Now, I'm still wondering what the significance is of the date that Will disappeared, because I don't think that's the date that the gate opened. So, is Vecna stuck on the same day for the rest of his life? Like, I don't... And also, like, what's his motivation besides killing everybody? Is it to take over the right side up? Real world, right side up, whatever you want to say. Still have to figure out what his, like, long-term goal is, because it can't just be kill one person at a time that has pain. Especially, I mean, he kind of did mention time and how it's like hours, minutes, days, decades, but then he's like kind of, time seems to be a theme for him with the clock, and then we're stuck in this one period of time, and I don't know if it's the same day that he lives over and over, like Groundhog Day. And that's why he's like kind of desperate to escape, but I don't know if he's trying to escape. Like, I don't know, again, what the long-term goal is for Vecna. And then I'm still kind of waiting to see, like, are the Hawkins kids getting back together, all of them at some point? Or are they going to go to Ruth, Nevada, and, are they going to go to the lab? Like, the one thing that really bothers me is when they're all split up, because I know that it's like going to come together eventually, but I'm having a hard time with the roadmap in my mind of getting there. So that's not my job, though. My job is to sit back and enjoy. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, get notifications. I will be doing the last 2 episodes ASAP as soon as they come out on July 1st. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm so glad that I don't have like a crazy amount of time in between then and now to kind of I can let it digest a little bit, but it's not going to be for too long where I forget things. I will be back here for season 5. I've heard that there's a time jump with that one. I don't know what that means for any of our characters. Besides college age, maybe? How old are they supposed to be in here? 14? So even if they're 18 and they're like freshmen in college, like that would be perfect. Because it's more appropriate for the actors that are playing them, and I know that like they can age out of roles, but definitely you want those people to finish their story. All right, guys. With that being said, I feel emotionally exhausted. Maybe I shouldn't have done both episodes in one day, but I'm so happy that I finished it, and I can't wait for the last 2 episodes. So I'll see ya. Whew. I'm tired.